was Daisy's first time seeing their children, who lived with Billy and their grandmother, in 3 years. They then had a private viewing along with Billy's mother, Tina, on Wednesday.
John is planning a community search Sunday starting at Red Arrow Park in Marinette at 10 a.m. They hope to search the waters around Green and Chambers Islands and dock to search on foot. In Marinette, Perry Apostolakos, NBC 26.
Perry, thank you. Tonight is the grand finale of the RNC in Milwaukee. Former President Donald Trump will formally accept the GOP nomination. He has said his speech will focus on unity after last weekend's assassination attempt. Meanwhile, pressure is mounting on President Biden to drop out of the race as he battles COVID-19. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Milwaukee.
The final night of the Republican National Convention, building to former President Trump's big speech at a pivotal moment in history. The former president will take the stage just 5 days after the attempted assassination, against a backdrop of strong party unity.
It's just such an honor to be on the ticket with him. It's such an honor to stand with him after what happened last Saturday.
While Democrats are in turmoil, with President Biden isolating with what the White House is calling a mild case of COVID. Sources close to the president tell NBC News Biden world is bracing for the possibility that he may drop out of the race amid heightened pressure from top Democrats and cratering fundraising. The Washington Post and the Associated Press now reporting that former President Obama has privately told allies the president needs to seriously consider whether he can win.
There are no plans being made to replace President Biden on the ballot, and President Biden is cognizant this is a margin of error race.
That as CNN is citing multiple sources in reporting that former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi privately told Mr. Biden polling shows he cannot beat Donald Trump and that the president could keep Democrats from winning the House. While President Biden is publicly forging ahead, Trump allies insist he can beat anyone Democrats put up.
We're at a time of very divisive politics. Do you believe that Donald Trump can unify not just the party but the country?
I do. You know, the common term of reaching across the aisle, I think he's learned a lot.
Tonight, the country will learn more about the former president's vision for another term in office.
Former First Lady Melania Trump, who has been largely absent from the campaign trail, will be here for the final night of the convention, along with the former president's daughter, Ivanka Trump. In Milwaukee, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Alice, thank you. Our Margaret Cahill is standing by live from outside Pfizer Forum tonight. She spoke with Donald Trump Jr. as well as former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker ahead of Trump's big speech tonight. Margaret.
Thanks, Nina. This Republican National Convention comes just days after the attempted assassination of former President Trump at a rally in Pennsylvania. Tonight, he's expected to address the nation. The question is, will his speech be toned down after the events of this weekend or not? I spoke with party leaders about what they're expecting to see.
Good evening, America.
Donald Trump Jr. spoke at the convention Wednesday night, and I asked him what his thoughts are ahead of his father's speech.
Do you expect your father to tone down his rhetoric tonight in light of recent events?
Well, I worked on the speech with him on Friday, the original speech, and I know that's been thrown in the wastepaper basket, so I imagine so.
Former Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker says he expects the former president to still be forceful but focused on the policies. Do you think the former president will tone down his rhetoric at all tonight in light of recent events?
Well, I think it's going to be a combination. I think he'll be somewhat reflective. I certainly hope and think he'll talk about the emotions that went through his mind Saturday and thinking about not only his country, but his family, particularly his grandkids, as you saw him with last night. But at the same time, I don't expect him to stop being a fighter.
In a one-on-one interview with Republican candidate for Senate Eric Hovde echoed calls for unity.
I have been talking about from my day of my announcement, and I've been staying on this theme. And if you recall, I ran a television ad over the 4th of July talking about we've become too divided as a country.
In a statement to NBC 26, a spokesperson for Democratic Senator from Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin, said, quote, after the horrific attack on President Trump, Tammy Baldwin believes we have to stop the finger pointing, come together, and assert that there is no place for violence in our politics.
Still ahead at 6, I speak with Hovde about Trump's speech, what he thinks of recent polls, and what this all means for Wisconsin. In Milwaukee, I'm Margaret Cahill, NBC 26.
Margaret, thank you. And be sure to stay up to date with the RNC later tonight on TV 32 from 7 to 8 and right here on NBC 26 from 8 until 10. All right, let's get to weather now. Once again, a lot of sunshine, just another beautiful summer day outside. I send it over to Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland.
Nina, probably one of the nicest days of the entire year. We had blue skies, bright sunshine, some fair weather cumulus clouds, and comfortable temperature and humidity levels. Right now in Green Bay, it is 79. In Appleton, we're looking at 77. Closer to the lake with an easterly breeze, it is a little bit cooler, but beautiful. 69 in Manitowoc, 69 degrees as well in Sturgeon Bay. Your forecast for this evening calls for mostly sunny skies until the sun goes down at 8:32. Once that happens, temperatures will fall from the 70s into the 60s. Now, tomorrow is the warmest day of the entire year. How do I already know that? What am I forecasting? I'll have that coming up.
This morning, a surfer's body was pulled from Lake Michigan. Sheboygan police say the man was 52 years old from Wrightstown. Investigators say they responded to the beach south of South Pier for an unresponsive surfer found in the lake. They say a passerby noticed the man who was still attached to his surfboard. It tried pulling him out of the water and doing CPR, but they could not revive him. Police say the cause of death is unknown at this time, but it does not appear to be suspicious. Stay with us as we continue to follow this story. A plea date has been rescheduled for Katrina Bauer. She is the mother of missing 3-year-old Elijah Vu, who was reported missing from Two Rivers back in February. She's been charged with child neglect, but has not been charged in the disappearance of Elijah. During court today, Manitowoc County Bauer's attorney says she's asking for the delay because there were issues that still need to be investigated. The plea date for Katrina Bauer is now scheduled for next Friday. A sentencing date is now set for a Green Bay area man who is charged in connection with a deadly Christmas Day crash in Manitowoc County. Police say Philip Sluzewski's wife and mother died in that crash on I-43. Today, he pleaded no contest to 2 counts of homicide by a vehicle. The charges show he had a controlled substance in his system at the time of the crash. The criminal complaint states that Sluzewski used cocaine and marijuana on Christmas Eve. Investigators say 2 people in another vehicle were also hurt. His sentencing is set for September 30th. Deputies say 7 people were arrested in a drug bust that has led to the dismantling of a large-scale drug trafficking organization. That's according to the Brown County Sheriff's Office. Deputies say the investigation included search warrants in Brown County and Chicago. Authorities confiscated large amounts of fentanyl, meth, cocaine, and marijuana. Authorities also recovered several guns. The Biden administration announced more student loan debt forgiveness today. Are you part of this group getting some relief? Those details still ahead.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland